Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. We got a new dog for you. This is Indy. She is about 2.5 years old, obviously, German Shepherd. And you wouldn't really guess it right now, but her big thing as to why we're doing training is a lot of reactivity, a little bit of potential concern for actual aggression towards people. We're almost best friends already. And not to make light of the experience, just because there's been a lot going on throughout her life, let alone with her owner's life in terms of why things were going the way they were going and why she was behaving the way she was behaving. And technically probably still going to be behaving that way, especially later on. And you'll see it when we start getting her out into the world and coming across other people and dogs and whatnot on walks. But I would say the big thing is just clearer communication, and this being her very first session, yes, good, no, the verbal communication means nothing to her, but just understanding leash skills and whatnot has gone a long way to make this possible here. And it's not like I was actively doing stuff, it's just being clear for potty breaks and whatnot. If you saw her little mini intro story or reel or whatever on our social media, you saw our double leash system, our kind of safety system for dogs that are reactive. I know I'm doing the long intro, explaining stuff, and it's boring. But anyways, good girl. But anyways, a lot of it comes from just the structure where she was getting mixed messages and thinking that she had certain jobs, certain roles that she actually doesn't have, and then on the inability to communicate otherwise. So that's what we're going to be working on in her 5 weeks with us, and maybe adding a little bit of e-collar too. So without further ado, let's get started. She's had some training in the past. Her first trainer that Indy and her mom has worked with did a good job of creating communication, or at least obedience and behaviors. Sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. I'm not sure how different the system is. I'll have to talk to her mom to get more detail about that. Sit. Yes. In terms of our order of operations, our timing, our communication for, in this case, marking the yes. Down. Yes. A little bit more recently than that first trainer, and to come to us, there was an attempt with another trainer. Down. Yes. Whoops. That had been given the history and the potential for reactivity and biting. Down. Yes. So there was some interaction in their consultation, I'm understanding, where that trainer was wearing a bite suit and led to getting some bites on the person, just to, I guess, assess and test what's going on. Down. Yes. So I'm operating under the assumption that there is some down. Yes. Greater potential to bite and attack me, hence the system for the drop off and the 2 leashes that you could see in her very first introduction video, or at least on social media. Place. Yes. Come on. Place. Yes. And explaining some of my thoughts, it might come across as I'm bashing this trainer, and to an extent I feel like they have a lot to learn from my understanding. So I don't mean it to be bashing. I don't know who it is. I have no clues that I can even offer place for anyone to do any detective work, and I'm not going to bother, yes, doing any detective work myself, but I do feel very strongly that first impressions matter with dogs. So to be wearing a suit and putting pressure to solicit a bite and see how far it takes to go to get to that bite. Down. Yes. To me is bad practice. To me, going slow, taking it easy, proving that I'm not a threat, but at the same time, if I can put hands on leash, come on. Indy, come on. Good, sit. Yes. If I can put hands on leash, or at least just control my own space depending on what's going on with the dog, proving that I'm not a pushover either. Like, there's a balance there. Indy, here. Yes, good girl. And that's why this is day 2. I mean, less than 24 hours technically still, or actually just about 24 hours. Here, yes, that she's been dropped off. And here we are on our very first actual session. Heel. Yes. Heel. Yes. And doing pretty darn good. Flips into heel. Heel. But like I said, yes, that credit probably goes to the first trainer. Down. Because I'm getting response to almost the purely verbal. I was able to get some of this in the consultation with much, much, much more skepticism. Yes. Involved. And I'm not even trying to. I was just talking and forgot kind of that I should have said yes right away. But she's holding the behaviors too. Down. Yes. So, as always, the very first sessions are not about teaching her what the behaviors are, and I've already said she knows what they are. It's not even about teaching her yes, while we are introducing it, and there are some thoughts and processes going on in her head that develops that understanding. It's us just feeling each other out, getting to know each other. Place. Yes. And kind of gauging our starting point. Place. Which, on the obedience front, no. Place. Good. Yes. On the obedience front, our starting point is quite advanced. Down. Yes. And we'll keep working on that idea and this idea and developing a relationship and the communication further before we start testing things out on the social front to see where we really stand there. But there's already obviously something going on that front in terms of working with me and working with Kate. Sit. Yes. And if we can ever get our schedules to line up with our friends for scheduling game night, then we can test it out a little bit here and there as well. Down. Yes. But that is always the big baddie in all D&D campaigns, the calendar. All right. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Whoosh. There it is. Good girl. Out. Oh, we don't have an out. Ooh. Yes. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Drop. Oh. Yes. Maybe it's drop. We'll have to find out or make it up. Doesn't matter. Ooh. Ooh. Are you uncertain, or do you just have relatively low prey drive for still wanting to go for the bite? Maybe a little bit of both. All right. All done with that. Come on. Good girl. Come here. Come here. Good. Hi. Because it looks like affection. Hi. Is among her favorite things here, but as you can already tell, she gets a little unruly with it, and I think this is part of where some of the reactivity and whatnot is kind of stemming from. But I think we will. Hi. Okay. I can't talk and be down low at the same time, apparently. Not yet. We'll work on that. Hopefully I can remember in the next videos and show that progress. But there we go. First session with Indy. A lot better than I was anticipating from as of the consultation, especially a lot better than I was anticipating from what I was just hearing and understanding prior to the consultation itself. So definitely a lot of work to be done on some of the things that are bigger concerns that obviously weren't so expressed here, but also a much greater starting point to help us get there. But I think I'll wrap it up there. So as always, if you liked what you saw, hit the like button. If you have any questions about anything, drop them in the comment section down below. And be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with us and everything that we've got going on. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. You'll have one of those in your crate already. You want to go back, take a nap,